Oh man, he's huge! Bigger than anything I've ever seen in my whole life!
Hey everybody, Max here for IGN. I've got a very cool, very large Dragon Ball Z action figure to unbox today. I have been wishing for less space on my desk, and my wish has been granted, and here is the S.H.Figuarts Tamashii Nations Porunga box set, featuring little tiny Dende right in here. Now, if you're familiar, Porunga is obviously the Namekian dragon who grants the wishes, but everything is bigger on Namek. You get more wishes, the Dragon Balls are bigger, and of course, the dragon himself is enormous and extremely ripped. I didn't actually realize this figure would be this big. They offered to send one over, and I was like, sure, why not, I guess. And yeah, it's the size of a child's coffin, so I guess let's take a look at it. As you can see, in addition to being big, this also features sound and light and gimmick. And I wasn't paying too much attention, but I believe it has some authentic sound clips from the anime, which you activate, I think, by using Dende as like a little Amiibo type NFC figure. Now the packaging for Figuarts is usually pretty collector friendly, so if you want to take your toys out of the box and play with them, but then put them back in the box for display, you are totally able to do that. This one might be a little bit more prone to wear and tear just because it's enormous. As for price, this is going to run you, I would say, $200 to $400. Shop around a bit. I saw kind of a variety of prices. I think it's currently sitting at around $300 on Amazon. It's also for sale at Barnes & Noble, Big Bad Toy Store, and of course the Bandai Namco Tamashii Nations website. I think we even had it on the IGN store briefly, but not positive it's up there right now. So if you're unfamiliar, the Figuarts line is kind of Bandai Namco's flagship collector grade 6-inch action figure line, and it is possibly my favorite toy line currently in production. It is extremely detailed, tons of accessories, lots of articulation. Definitely not for kids. This is sharp as hell. You could absolutely stab yourself with this, and I might actually do that at some point in this video. This is his little energy throne there. So there's that. There's the instructions, which usually I don't think I need instructions for an action figure. This line has proven me wrong. Here is the base where the Dragon Balls are going to go, and then there's some alternate hands for Porunga, and there's the A-OK one. Let's just leave it at that. That's what that sign means, nothing else. And this is Porunga himself. Oh man, he has suffered a few little injuries in travel. So his horns, seems like they actually pop on and off, but one of his antennae, one of his little things that sticks on his head looks like that broke off in transit, which is, this is a hefty figure, so I can understand why it gets kind of bopped around a little bit. So a lot of packaging to keep it safe, but I think very fine details are subject to some breakage. All right, so that's everything that's in the box. Let's get this guy together. Oh man, and the articulation on these is just always phenomenal, and unlike certain other high-end toy lines, which shall remain nameless, I find that Figuarts actually, they stand up to a good amount of posing. Like, you can really kind of bash them around a fair amount. You can, as it were, even kind of play with them. Now this one, it's a big toy. So he's got his fins, just kind of clip on back here. How does this work? Like, this one goes down here, snaps right in. Now, full disclosure, I think the Namek saga is maybe my least favorite part of Dragon Ball Z, but I have always liked Porunga's design because he's just a cool looking dragon. And let's see, he's got his, oh, I guess we don't even have the end of his tail because it just kind of disappears into this energy field here, which is, I guess, a little disappointing if you want to display him by hanging him on the ceiling, but pretty cool nonetheless. Get in there, dude. There we go. All right. So that's actually a really nice display piece. I know there's kind of a disparity between people who like to collect action figures and people who like to collect statues, but this, I feel like, kind of covers its bases for both. It makes a really nice display piece. Something I've kind of learned through COVID and trying to build like a really cool setup for my desk is that action figures kind of look stupid in the background of videos. Not just in terms of like, you know, their children's things that adults shouldn't have in the background of their Zoom meetings, but they just kind of blend together, you know? If they're smaller figures, they don't look so hot, but bigger toys look kind of cool. You can put one on a shelf and it pops on its own. Now here is teeny little Dende, who is extremely cute. Oh my God, okay. I didn't realize this would be so articulated, but this is a good toy line for that. So he can do his little Dragon Ball party hands, do some summoning like that. He's also got his alternate happy face, I guess, for like when he actually successfully, you know, summons a dragon. And all these heads and parts are they kind of pop on and off. Cool. So we have to put in some batteries now. What was that? So we're about to experience the sound and the light and the gimmick of this deluxe Shenron toy. There we go. That sounds like Dragon Ball. In order to properly summon Shenron, we have to get all of the 7 Dragon Balls together. I don't think they need to be assembled in any particular order, but we're gonna put them all down here, like so. And then Dende in there. Oh, almighty Porunga, come forth, hang out. Okay. So when finished placing the 7 Dragon Balls, they glow again at the same time. Place Dende on the designated position. If successful, you hear Dende's spell to summon Porunga. Come on, Dende. So he's summoning Porunga. Now Porunga was going to show up and ask for our wish. So if you don't press the function button, they're just going to ask us to make a wish. And I love that Porunga's replies do not guarantee your wishes will be granted in the future. After the 3rd wish, it ends with the sound effect of Porunga disappearing. You can start again by pressing the function button after the end, if the power switch is not turned off. All right, so this is a full-on wish granting set. I think a localized version might be helpful, but this is still pretty cool nonetheless. And then as far as like Porunga, he's just like a legit action figure on his own. Like he's got articulated abs here, which is kind of wild. Look at that. Little spring-loaded thing. We got his big old neck muscles. I wish your antenna wasn't broken, Porunga. I wish I had some super glue. We can probably go find some. Jaw moves. Okay, that's pretty cool. I gotta say, this is very impressive. I'm gonna put Dende's other little hands on here. There just is a chatty toy. This actually keeps going. I'm pretty impressed with this. Let's see how these pop off. Put these right on here. Man, okay. So yeah, this is a pretty impressive toy. I realized this was impressive in terms of scale. I did not realize it was a full-on, like, Dragon Ball Z Amiibo situation. Okay. Yeah, Dende will yell at you. Now the real problem here is not losing all the Dragon Balls, of which there are 7. So yeah, there you have it. This is the gigantic S.H.Figuarts Porunga Dragon action figure along with little old Dende and all 7 of the Namekian Dragon Balls, which you can use to grant all of your wishes, unless he doesn't want to grant your wishes. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Huge thanks to Bandai Namco for sending this over. If you want to check out some other Dragon Ball toys, head over to the IGN store. We've got a bunch of them up there, including some from the S.H.Figuarts line, which if you're, into collecting toys, highly recommend you check one of these out. And yeah, for everything toys, anime, NFC action features, cartoons, dragons, all the above, you're already in the right place. IGN. Thanks for watching. Your wish is granted.